Have you ever had people give you completely conflicting advice? Definitely find your niche and go really, really narrow. Definitely don't get too niched. Definitely do your website this way. Definitely don't do your website that way. I know I have had so much conflicting advice over the years, and I look back now and think about when I started out in my second career back in 2002, 2003, and I had so many people telling me what I should do to build my business. At the time, I was really focused on coaching, and people were saying, oh, you should be the working mother's coach. Definitely do that. You have 4 young children. That's who you should work with. Just work with working mothers. And then someone else said, oh no, you definitely want to do that. I remember thinking, what should I do? And I've had, over the years, so many more other things. What colors to wear, how to build, a website, how to write an article, how to write a book, how to market a book, how to give a good speech, how to raise my kids. You name it, I've been given advice. And I'm sure you have been given a lot too. The thing is with advice is that people are always giving it with some concern in mind. Maybe their concern is genuinely for your best interest. They're trying to help you be as successful as they want you to, as you could possibly want to be. But of course, your idea of success and their idea of success can be 2 different things. Some other times the concern they're speaking from is got a little bit of vested interest in it that's not always disclosed. Sometimes they're not even aware of it. Sometimes people may want to give you advice because if you follow it, they'll feel better about their decisions. I've had lots of parenting advice that's ultimately been more about them wanting to affirm the way the decisions they've made for them in terms of how they've parented their kids. But it goes across the board. So if you find yourself struggling with all this different advice coming at you from different directions, I encourage you just to take a bit of time out from all the advice getting and to just ask yourself, one is, what's the concern that there could be speaking from? Where is there perhaps an agenda or a motivation that they may have, even if they're not even conscious of it? Secondly, where are they putting shoulds on you? And the shoulds, when I use the word should, I always say don't should on yourself and don't let others should on you. Our shoulds are often determined by the values of our community or our culture. It's about the norms and expectations of others, often more so than what we may really want to do. So if someone's shoulding on you, insert could instead of should. Well, I could do that, or I could do and put out another option. It takes away the judgment that one course of action is better than the other. Just listen to your gut and ask yourself, yeah, but what feels right for me? And most of all, never give anyone blanket authority to tell you what you should be doing with your life, with your business, with your brand, with anything that you are needing to make a decision about. I have seen way too often people give away authority to others to tell them how to achieve a goal or how to solve a problem. And I see it getting people in real trouble because they just hand over responsibility for making the best decision for them. And they go, well, this person told me. You cannot abdicate responsibility for your business, your brand, your relationships, your life. You need to go, yeah, but what's right for me? I had a woman come up to me once and ask me after I'd given a speech, should I divorce my husband? I didn't know who this woman was, and it disturbed me profoundly that she would ask me that. I'd been talking about the importance of making courageous decisions, but I didn't know her situation. And I said, I really would encourage you to go and seek counselling, get help, but I certainly would discourage you from ever giving anybody the authority to decide a very big decision like that. Only you can know whether or not you've reached the end of the road on trying to make your marriage work. I can certainly have no way of knowing that. But I've seen similar things happen in business too, in career changes and saying, oh yeah, definitely quit your job. And maybe quitting your job is a really stupid thing to do. So I encourage you to just take ownership of your decisions. Decide what feels right for you given your priorities, your values, your situation, what it is that you most want for yourself. And don't hand that over to other people because they don't know you and no one can care about your success as much as you do. That doesn't mean there's not a lot of great advice, doesn't mean other people don't have a lot of expertise that you should try and learn from and extract from, but take what works and what resonates and leave the rest. Have the courage to make your own decisions and to make a decision. Don't keep putting it off, because that in itself can be costly, because delay grows increasingly expensive, as I've written before. But most of all, just really decide what's right for you right now, and then get on with making that work. And be careful about the advice you take on, because there is no worse enemy than bad advice. Take care.